Alright, turn that off and we turn this on. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Continuing on with something I've kind of left behind and then picked up again in my box of many things I've started and haven't finished. This is a model, for those who have not seen it before. One that I mocked up very kind of almost randomly when the Pixie theme of the day was fish. So where is this? Live2D model. Where's my ref sheet? So we have this ref sheet here, and that is the model, or the neutral pose model standing at the back there. So because I am crazy, I am once again doing an asymmetrical pose, but at the very least this time front-facing, chest-wise, because that makes a lot of the actual motion a lot easier in the Live2D portion. But I also hate myself every time I end up doing it anyway, but that doesn't change because I do that every time. Sure. I think the last time I left this off was mostly on deciding on the final pose and the final proportions of some of the clothing parts. Namely, I think I raised the waist quite a bit, because I didn't think the waist was in the right spot, or I changed the actual height. I'm actually not too sure. It's been a while since I worked on this, but the main details is a bit of a puffier kind of sweater. Let's just stick on the sides of these, like a full color version you can actually kind of see. Like a bit of a puffier sweater. Kind of see like the shorts actually have a fair amount of space to them. They kind of puff out as well. I don't know if that's the correct terminology to use, but they puff out. And it's a lot of things that are supposed to kind of feel like the flowy bit of fins, because when I... Actually no, it wasn't fish, it was specifically goldfish. Like the hair color. So the hair color is based on koi fish, so I am generally pretty happy with at least how it feels. It's also probably going to be the first time I'm doing some kind of like two-toned hair color that's like very obviously two-toned. Also a very poorly ripped out version of the eye, which includes some lotus flowers, or as much of as like a fat, or I can like kind of squeeze in there, along with some wavy patterns. There's supposed to be a lot of like water, but not wavy kind of water, but more like ripply water, the kind of water you get coming out of like a koi pond. Also, the details are only in one eye because they're not symmetrical. Alright, so the real question is how much of the back parts of some parts do I actually try and fit in? Because I would like to start trying whatchamacallit, a front lean and a back lean. I mean, that depends on the person, right? I'm not an earphone person. I am very much a headphone person. Well, for me, it's very much because earphones tend to fall out and the wires tend to be a bit shorter. Notably because I've also moved to a standing disc rather than a sitting disc. If I want to plug into my computer, my computer sits on the ground, so it actually probably not reach. Also, there's noise cancelling on the headphones. And I think noise cancelling earbuds were a bit more of a recent invention. Comparatively anyway. And they tend to be a bit pricey. You want like proper noise cancelling earbuds. Usually you could get like decent noise cancelling headset for not too big of a price. Because it's a bit more standard. There's a lot of lines on the hip area here. Okay, so I think first up, let us increase the puff bit of the waistline here by doing this so that it stretches out from underneath. So basically we have the sweater here and we're saying the opening is actually right here. So that means the shorts have to come out from underneath that and then they pull out. Gives us a nice extra bit of roundness here, I think. That might be better. I want to keep the hips very straight. So the legs can be like a little bit not quite symmetrical, but I want to try and keep the actual hip and chest portion facing forward. You know, I've never actually tried AirPods. Well, I wouldn't because I've made a vow to boycott Apple. But I've never tried what you call it, wireless earbuds before. I mean, if I end up trying them, it'll probably be what was the one that's being advertised by literally every YouTuber who's got a sponsorship with them. But whichever brand that was that seems to go around sponsoring literally every YouTuber who does react videos, because you can see them during their react videos. Probably that brand. Yeah, like that's kind of part of it. It's just like the fact that it doesn't have a wire. You know, I'm not actually that big of a fan of wireless things. You know, I feel like audio is probably the least problematic to not have a wire attached all the time. I mean, I'm definitely someone who prefers having a wired mouse. Partially because I do play a fair amount of games, so having it die on you or not respond correctly is a giant problem. I say that as my mouse has now for about 9 months now not had a functional mouse wheel. So, one day I'll have a functional mouse wheel once again. I'm honestly surprised I've survived this long without a functional mouse wheel. Do I actually want this on both sides or do I only want this on one side? I think I actually want to turn this a bit more, so let's make this go like more like that. This arm is a bit more... Actually, should this arm be more turned or should this arm be less turned? This arm should actually be facing forward a bit more. And maybe this arm should be facing out a bit more. Oh yeah, that's good. As long as it doesn't destroy your eardrums when it does that, it's okay. Okay, let's make this one face more outwards. Hum, 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 hum. Alright, some very basically done wave patterns. I think I'm not going to draw those into the pose part of this. Don't need the actual pattern details on the clothing quite as much. And once again, because I hate shoelaces, the shoes once again don't have laces. That's a reoccurring theme. Oh yeah, I even have like a motion plan set up for the eye. I feel like this motion plan is going to be like way too ambitious. It's like flower, bloom. I have like a very vague idea how that might work, but I still haven't decided exactly how that's going to work. The wave is easy. The bloom, not so much. Also, each petal has to be its own part, which is really going to kill my computer's memory limit a little bit. Okay, how does the pose feel right now? The pose... Well, at the very least, it doesn't seem like anything's going to be a problem. Yeah, a lot of blues are... It's definitely interesting to work with. Because blues meld well with each other. I feel like they meld better with other shades of itself compared to other colors. Or maybe it's just how much humans like blue. That was the thing I recently learned, was that humans really like blue in general. You know, it's apparently a very old form of paint. Basically required, was it, lapis lazuli to be created? Like some old-ass blue dye. At least that's what I heard. Alright, do I try and draw like just a single version? I really should. Because that usually irons out some big problems. Alright, let's just do a single layered line version first. Oh yeah, this model is supposed to be comparatively simpler, so a lot of pieces are intentionally symmetrical. Let's see, lines. I mean, the things are like pretty close to it in the color wheel, right? Like, even without the proper knowledge of color theory, that's like the general feel of how everything goes. Alright, so I need to... Alright, this is like the one part that's not particularly symmetrical. So we don't want full symmetry because that's boring to look at, but we want a fair amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then yup. Like, that's kinda... I really need to like start doing that more often to practice, like changing my outline colors. I do it sometimes when I remember, and then after a while I just kind of forget about it again, like partway through the project, and just like leave it. So some things have like a different outline color and some things don't. That's a really bad habit at this point. Let's see if I can just let that go like that. So that's fine. Gonna just go ahead and go like that. And go like that. Okay, that's kind of the centerpiece. Oh boy, stateside times. My take is always, if it's your usual time and you're not messing up your schedule, it's fine. I don't believe in humans following the sun. Ever since Edison invented the light bulb, that's been false anyway. It was Edison that did the light bulb, right? I'm not like talking on my ass. The things you don't really expect to have to ask when you wake up during the day. It's like, the Edison, oh, like, who was Edison, right? That old guy. The many old guys who invented things back in the day. Kind of wavy feel in the hair, like that's... It is not difficult, it's just in theory you need to prepare more things than Twitch. But I personally prefer going live on YouTube because it actually gives you an option to go live rather than Twitch, where once you connect the stream you're live. Personally, I feel like I prefer that extra bit of control. Some people don't, some people just want it to go live straight away. So basically it's like what you schedule. Well, you don't actually have to schedule the live. You can use the default one that YouTube gives you, but I prefer to schedule it because then you can actually change all the stuff before you go live. But you'll have what like you'll schedule the stream. You set up the title, the category. The category, I don't know how much that actually helps, because I'll be perfectly real. Unless your stream title and tags are searchable, no one can find your stream. When people tell me that they were recommended my stream, the first thing I like to think about is how the fuck did YouTube get you here? Because streams aren't discoverable on their own regardless. You can get banned on TikTok for saying bad words. That's a new one. I feel like I've seen enough TikToks that have bad words in them. Actually, I wonder if I've uploaded anything to TikTok where I said a bad word. I probably have, because half the things I've uploaded there are like gaming things, and gamers don't exactly have the best language. I mean, right now I'm actually multi-streaming to Twitch as well, because I finally sucked it up and sent it out there. I've never actually tried TikTok Live, mainly because at least when I checked it out, that was the era when TikTok Live was infested by a lot of basically bots replaying what felt like or like fake streams basically, and just trying to make money off them. So I will admit that I'm not particularly familiar with them. Oh yikes. That's wild. I mean, right now, unless you have like a really big audience on like TikTok or other non-mainstream per se sites for live content like Facebook, you may as well do either Twitch or YouTube, unless you want to put up with the people on Kick. Oh yeah, where did I get sidetracked from? Okay, so to make a YouTube stream, basically you just go into the YouTube Creator Studio, you say schedule a live, and it'll just basically give you a template. And then an OBS, when you actually go live, instead of just saying go live after connecting your accounts and everything, you'll say, I usually use the manage broadcasts, and then that'll bring up all of the streams that have been created on YouTube. And that will include the default one that YouTube just makes for you, which is the default one that you don't bother scheduling a stream, that you can kind of modify on the go. Then, after that's going live, you then go to YouTube Stream Manager and actually tell it that you now want to go live. So you can actually check that you don't have anything naughty on screen before you go live. I feel like that's actually very important, because some people kind of forget things, and especially if you don't have like a start screen that kind of like you can do a standby session on, there is a fair chance that you might have forgotten to close a tab or something. That's just like kind of modern internet browsing. It's not that uncommon. And then once that's live, you then also have to go to YouTube and tell it that you want to stop streaming. So you don't just cut it off. Well, you can cut it off with OBS, but then YouTube just be like, what the heck, the stream stopped, and it'll still tell you that you're live. But the fact that you actually control whether you're live on the platform or not is the main bit I prefer, along with the fact that I just prefer YouTube over Twitch in general. I mean, I say that I'm multi-streaming to Twitch. I'm not monitoring it at all. I just set up a very generic title and tags and just left it. Basically. Actually, Is there anything incriminating on this page? I can actually put it on screen because I don't think there's anything that I can't let anyone see here. Let me have a look. Well, apart from the fact that I'm obviously not a big deal streamer. Oh wait, I don't know if I can... Okay, let me see if I can... You know what? Let's just grab that part. So basically on... let's just do a... Because basically you'll have this button up here that's like on top of the chat. Once YouTube has found your connection, it'll say start stream. And when you want to finish streaming, you'll just click in stream and it'll cut it on YouTube. Like, that's kind of what I like about it. I mean, you're watching on your phone. I don't know if you could have caught that little bit of that on screen or not. I mean, apart from that, the only main things I'd say is that compared to both Twitch and Kick, which are the two, like, it's a streaming platforms, the chat functionality is very, how should I say it, retro. It is not advancing as fast as it maybe should for how many people have actually moved from Twitch to YouTube with all of those like big contract signings. But then I also don't know how nice the TikTok chat functionality actually was either. So I can't really comment on that part. This might have to be in two pieces if I want the top part to be much fatter than the bottom part. Is there a requirement? Do they have an age requirement or something wild? That's hilarious. I feel like it's easier just to go the... Actually, I think on YouTube, you have to be at least 13 before you can get through parental controls. But let's be real, no one actually puts their real age in. Twitch, I'm actually not too sure. I know you can set your stream to be for mature audiences, but I don't know what you actually have to do on the other side. Usually, you just go in and say, yes, I'm a mature person, and you can start watching the stream. So I don't know if there's any other restrictions beyond that. But I know YouTube actually can lock you out if you have parental controls on for your kids or something. I mean, I don't think I've set myself for kids. I shouldn't have. Because that's the general joke about if you ever want to maybe one day have your stuff, if you're lucky enough to one day have your stuff monetized, you want to have everything not be for kids. Because then ads actually work. And I think was it the algorithm actually like shoves you into a hole when you say you're for kids as well. Oh, that's pretty normal if you're like for streaming, right? If you're not a big deal. It was kind of like that when I was on Twitch more often at a better time of day when people were actually awake. Not because most of the people I know who stream that were also on Twitch are American, so obviously they wouldn't usually be on at this hour, which is basically my comfort hour for streaming. Naturally, because I live upside down and down under. Well, I'm next to down under, but I say down under because people know where that is. That's always a good idea if you want to be a little spicy on one account, right? I don't think I upload anything too offensive. I try not to, anyway. I might say something that's like real crazy every now and then, but... usually when I'm live on stream, I feel like I'm pretty well behaved. On videos, I'm definitely not well behaved. So I have to warn people whenever I'm recording and they're streaming. It's like, I might say something really wild because I'm recording, I'm like, I can cut this out in post, and then people are just like, holy shit, he just said that. That's always a good time. I mean, I can say one thing about having friends who only stream and don't do videos is they don't understand what it means to just cut it out in post. Because I will say some really wild things and then just cut it out if it's too crazy. And well, one of my friends that just I game with occasionally does randomly say some very racist things in a joking manner. But, you know, the internet doesn't take kindly to that, so I had to cut that all out. I mean, as an inside joke, I feel like it's fine with our friend group because we know she's not serious. But it's like, it's definitely the kind of stuff I had to cut out. I mean, I don't really care too much about a lot of swearing. I'm also very aware of what words you can't put on YouTube. Better known as the N-word, which is, I think, universal on every platform, and YouTube's very famous C-word. Because for some reason, they don't like the C-word. But you're allowed to say pretty much anything else, as long as it's, like, not too racist in general, or actively harmful. That's always fun, isn't it? It's just like, yeah, that will forever remain on film. I mean, I think, I actually don't know if I have it on this account, because I did have an old YouTube account that I don't use anymore. But I think I had like this very incriminating clip, out of context clip where one of my friends sounded like a masochist. When we were playing games. Those are always a fun one. Oh yeah, I would say, in terms of, some of the actual functionalities, I would say the raid system in YouTube, depending on how you look at it, might be better than Twitch. So you can't actually raid anyone on Twitch unless you're, basically monetized. I think it's like 1,000 subscribers and like a set amount of watch time, which I think is within monetization range now, because I think they recently changed it. Because there used to be a person who actually like, because they're also from down under, they'll raid me sometimes because I'm like the other person that's like live, that's kind of in the same general field, like the VTuber field, I guess you call it. And I guess they liked what I was doing. I was like, it always feels a little bit bad because I was like, oh yeah, I'm also about to finish up because I'm in the same time zone as you basically, and I'm not a big enough deal for YouTube to let me raid people. So I was like, you just brought like a couple of people into here, and now they're gonna have to go find their own thing because I can't send them to the next person. Like, that kind of sucks sometimes, but that's also like a bit nicer because it means that people can't just randomly hate raid you. Oh yeah, that's always good. I need to start posting some of my stuff in both short and long. I had to keep telling myself that because I need to remake some of my Live2D model showcases as full-length videos, because apparently for the most part, the algorithm sends out the full-length videos and the shorts to different people because the demographics actually completely separate. So if you want to reach the full audience, you pretty much have to do both. I mean, shorts are always nice. You don't even have to reformat them to just throw them on TikTok, which is kind of why I like them. Because I'm not a big TikTok user. Actually, I'm not a big TikTok user. I don't use TikTok at all. Maybe partially it's because I'm old. I can't keep with the times. I never got on the TikTok hype, and then TikTok's algorithm doesn't work for me for whatever reason. I've done like 2 videos on TikTok. Although wait, I've done 2 YouTube videos of TikTok where the first one I tried to make it recommend me just like VTuber meme videos because I wanted to because I did 2 videos. One was well, basically the idea was that how quickly these social media sites will throw you down the VTuber rabbit hole. On YouTube, it took I think like 2 videos. I mean, they're both hololive, but 2 videos, and it really like recommended me basically only VTuber stuff. And then on TikTok, I'm still getting just random dance videos that I don't understand because I'm old. And that's after I tried to do the Live2D, not live, the VTuber. Well, I tried to do VTubers first, then I tried to do Live2D model stuff. Then I did a separate video later that year on during Halloween for scary TikToks, and the only things I still get recommended on TikTok are dance videos, and I'm just like, I don't want to use this. I don't want to see idiots dancing to stupid songs. Also, half the songs are copyrighted and I can't actually post them on YouTube. So that's also a thing. Oh yeah, that's like one thing I never understood about TikTok. As like a person who's been on YouTube for a long time, because you include my previous channel that I don't use anymore, I think I put on YouTube, I'm closing in on 10 years. And the one thing I did not understand the first time I ever posted anything to TikTok was, why is the copyright checker off by default? It's just like, why is it off? Like, I need to check if I'm using copyrighted stuff here. And then when I actually did a video, because like the first time I did a YouTube video on TikTok stuff, it was titled Boomer's First Time on TikTok, so you know. Like when I tried to do a basically a react video for like going on TikTok for the first time ever, it was just a bunch of dance videos, and I had to mute half the video in post because everything was copyrighted. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I searched for VTuber stuff, then I searched for Live2D things specifically, then I searched for just like digital art drawing tips or tricks or speed painting, and TikTok is still recommending me stupid dance videos. I'm just like, I've had enough. Like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to see these idiots dancing. So, I don't know. And that's like after like 2 hours of being on TikTok, just like clicking from video to video really rapidly. I mean, the one thing I could say was that I wasn't liking or following anyone. So I don't know if that affected how the algorithm was treating me. I was just clicking from video to video, seeing like if the algorithm would actually recommend me out to things I cared about, but it wasn't. There's a not interested button. I feel like the moment you click off it, it should be like, oh shit, you don't want this? Oh dang, that's a shame. I feel like that's a giant oversight. I mean, I'll admit I'm just kind of, I've been babied by YouTube. If I go to a new account or just go to incognito mode onto YouTube and search for something once, it will immediately recommend me that thing along with Mr. Beast. So that's kind of what I'm used to. Also, that's something I like to tell people after I made that going down the VTuber rabbit hole video on YouTube was apparently whenever you search for something for the first time on YouTube, it will start recommending you that and Mr. Beast. Because Mr. Beast is so big, he's basically half the platform. And I think I've still only ever watched like 2 Mr. Beast videos ever. So I guess that's still kind of saying something. I mean, I'm not the type to like or really interact with things I watch too often. Unless I really need to bookmark it, then I'll like something on YouTube. But otherwise, I generally just watch it and then leave without liking or commenting. Maybe that's why the algorithm doesn't like me on TikTok. It wants me to actually interact with it. Yeah, probably. I mean, I think I'm like following 2 accounts on TikTok, and that was during when I was looking for VTuber memes on TikTok very specifically. I found 2 accounts that did VTuber memes for a while, and they've obviously stopped. The last time I checked, they haven't uploaded anything in a couple of months. I don't know. I'm not I don't like doom scrolling through TikTok, so I probably won't be using it too much either way. I like my videos very packed with content, which is also why I don't like streams that much. Which for some reason, everyone I talk to that streams thinks it's really weird that I don't particularly like watching streams. Like, I like my content very compact, but also very fleshed out, which is why I don't like short content unless it's like very detailed. Like, usually I prefer to look for something that's about like 15 to 20 minutes. Hi, all good. Cheers for stopping by. That doesn't look right. Cheers, eh? Have a good day. To you too. Go like that. And it will bring this down more like this. I don't want to buff this out, right? Like that. Still. Yeah, that works. Should I go more like... No, I want the shape to be nice and solid. Oh yeah, I should probably do something with the hair up here. Oh, that's the wrong button. Alright, let's bring the hair up and around here. What else do they need to be aware of? Not too much, right? Alright, so up and not mirrored. How do I actually get this like nice kind of feel? I feel like I have to kind of do big clumps. I don't know how much I want to do the big clumps. Well, I'll go like... Actually, probably should draw the ends first, right? So... do that. I don't know how I drew this the first time when I was just staring at a fish's tail. That is the biggest mystery that I'm ever gotta have on my drawing history. How did I do this while looking at a fishtail? Kind of something like that. You just kind of also split this a little bit, maybe like that, and then like that as well. There's the other part that goes underneath. So split multiple times. Maybe like that. Maybe wave this again like that. That feels kind of okay, I guess. Maybe wave this a bit as well. Hum. Surely get a plugin that like actually combines my chats together properly. I like stare at the screen to see if there's any Twitch chat. That's not what I'm trying to do. But it kind of works. Alright, how far out is that? That feels a little far from the shed. I think I should also have like a part that comes down like here. Like that, maybe. Hum. Just have a version with mainly the pose, and most importantly just to see if there's any problems. Just like usual. So we want to have this be more level. It's more like this, what I have right now. Hum. I feel like I ended up making the shoe a lot flatter than it originally was. I should actually bulk it up a bit. Make a nice tall kind of toe like so. Just bring this around and then kind of finish the end like so. Hum. So kind of have like the sole. Say it's like a gummy kind of rubbery shoes soles where it's like the whole flat bottom. I'm pretty sure that's not actually good for the shoe, but that's what we're gonna do. Go like that. Then we want to bring this around the back a little bit so there's an actual sole, like so. And we want to bring it around this part of the foot as well, like, oh, that's the wrong pin. Like so. How did I end up doing the actual show? Is it like an open, yeah, it's like a little bit open. That's... so we want to go Actually, pretty generously, like about here. A very big opening. And this foot's like most of the way turned. So it'll be something like this over the top of the toe. And this will be about here, let's say. Coming down this way. And going forward like so. And now for the band that goes across, better known as keeping your shoes together with Velcro straps, the superior way to keep your shoes together if they require any kind of support. That's never going to get old on this channel now, is it? How often I talk about how that's the correct way to bind shoes. So we want to have this wrap around. And it has to end in a fishy kind of shape, so we'll just go like this. And if you draw this in a straight line, it magically ends up looking like a phallic object, which is one of the parts I really liked about doing a wrist sheet. Looks surprisingly like a phallic object. Oh yeah. That's a bit I can't draw in a straight line because it will look like a phallic object. Is that too far out and around? There's no belt on it, so it could actually go very far. Or I could cut it off and have it finish like just here. And then instead we can actually have something that maybe resembles a I mean, I don't know how well this looks with the fact that there's two boards at the end of this. How do fish lips usually go? It's like this or something, right? Maybe not the lips. The overemphasized fish lips. That might be a no-go. We can have like it go wop 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 like that. And maybe we can actually do a larger eye. This arm would be less turned. This arm would be more turned. So I want to actually have a shell on the side. I'm jumping all over the place. Just that the problem if I do a shell on the side is that I actually need to do the top and the bottom on two different parts because there'll be a very big width change on the top compared to the bottom if the body has to turn substantially enough, which might become a problem. That's always the bit when it comes to like a substantial body turn. Then this arm will actually be facing more this way. Should I actually have the arm out more? So one side will hang off the arm, while the other side will actually be on the arm side. Oh yeah, this leg is actually further back. And I don't want the legs to be fully straight. Probably should pull this leg back a little bit in terms of the position towards the camera. So the ankle, instead of being here, will be more like about here. I think that might be a good spot for it. Hum. So we want the ankle to sit more like about here. Actually, no, the ankle should be about here. Just the foot shouldn't be that far forward though. What the heck did I do to the foot that made it go so far forward? Well, regardless, we're gonna do the actual front part of the shoe right about there. So that needs to go whop. And whop. Then this needs to go into the ankle about here. And we'll just bring this up a little bit so it's not sticking out so far into the camera. Because this is supposed to be more towards the more forward facing. Like that. So that's a little further back. Yeah, it doesn't look too outrageous. Like a little bit outrageous, but not too much. I mean, this foot can even have to like heel back up a little bit, like lift it a bit, and it'll still be fine. Yeah, if I have to do that, I'll have to redraw it a little bit, but... Okay, so... Then we bring... this down. We bring this down. Hum. And we want to tag this onto the side. So fish, around. tail, kind of. And that has to stretch around the front. Cut that off. Alright, how weird does this look right now in terms of the pose? Let's have a look at this. I mean, there's some parts I haven't drawn, but... actually I think like that'll be okay. I think I should be able to start the pieces from here then. Nothing looks like way out of place. Alright, let's start the pieces then. Don't put this in the photo, no, let's put this down here. Okay. Hum. Alright, so once again, starting from the headline. Okay, so the good thing about this body is that the lower body is completely behind the upper body. Nothing is going to get in the way of... Well, nothing in the upper body is going to be below the lower body, and nothing on the head is going to be behind the upper body, which is very convenient because that makes sorting pieces a lot easier. Hum, 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 hum. Okay, so... Alright, what's the best way to do this? Should the neck part just be one piece? That makes coloring it a whole lot easier. Will make that a lot more difficult to do depth though. Oh, I have to finish the head. Hold up. That's probably gonna be a problem if I don't finish the head. Hum. Hum. Hello, how you doing? You doing good? What do I need here? I need a neck. Hum. Alright, so if the neck is part of the collar chest area, I can't do a forward lean. If it's not part of it, then the coloring might have to stay separated. How should I do this? Or do I leave the neckline separate and just have a block of color on? No, that means everything has to be separate. Or do I just not do the forward lean because forward lean is just kind of annoying? Okay, so I'll either do the collar area, collarbone area. Let's just do the chest. Okay, so this part needs to encompass basically just a line like that, which goes below the neck. Because you lean backwards, then the neck actually has to become less pronounced and you'll see more chest. Well, more collar area. Okay, so that means that... How do I need to separate the actual collar then? Do I just hide the parts that need to come into view? So it'll be... So it'd be like having a top piece that goes round the back, but as it pulls down, it'll actually just be more of the collar portion. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, alright, so gotta do the sweater. And then I also need a folder for clothing back pieces specifically. Put that in that folder, please. Okay, so the collar will need a back piece. Collar, spell like this. Back. But that's actually just gonna go straight up like this, I think, would be the best way to do it. Then you'll have the collar at the front, which only needs a single piece. So we'll do the we have the front part of the collar that goes like so around the front. Then while hiding this, we want a separate piece. This is actually, where's this gonna sit? Do I just need to mask this on top? Might be better if I just mask this on top, right? Collar vertical. And then that will go kind of like what, like this. Not bigly, maybe at most like this. And that will be underneath and not visible 90% of the time. Then I need the actual torso portion of the sweater, which we want to be forward-facing symmetrical pose for a change. Because holy shit, I probably should stop doing poses that greatly alter how everything has to sit. Actually, I don't even need that many pieces, do I? Or that many probably that many folders. Torso. So for this, we're just going to have the torso main piece. I want this to bulk out a lot more. I want this to look really loose. Against the hip. Then 2. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum. Let's give us a little bit of wavy motion down here. Maybe we'll actually mix it up so that's not completely symmetrical later, but for now it can be completely symmetrical. Why not? Okay. That's the main torso piece. Alright, add some arms to this. Well, it's gonna have so many less pieces than what I usually work with. How much I would need the hands to turn? How many finger joints do I need? Let me have to think about this first. Okay, so the fingers need to turn. Then essentially the best way is at least 2 parts on the right hand. And I might be able to manage 2 parts on the left hand. Maybe. Honestly, if I'm going to split it 2 parts, I might as well just do the 3 joints. At least I'm keeping the thumb out of the equation this time. Alright, I need the top part of this actual thing, don't I? Let's lift the collar up. Collar and collar. I'm just gonna lift this part up. Do I need this to be visible to lift it up? And we're gonna bring the torso portion of this out from here. Let's bring this out. Onto there. Then we need arms. That goes by. No, they're far out enough. I've. Okay, upper arms need to be behind so that. The upper arms have to be behind the torso, lower arms have to be in front. So we'll go upper arm. Hum. Then we'll go right arm. Hum. Hum, hum, hum. Hum, 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 hum. Well, this has to stretch out from under the body. Just do a big sleeve opening like so. The sleeve is supposed to be quite large anyway, so this will be fine. We'll go like this. Just have it open wider as it goes out. Um, hum, hum, hum. Okay, so that goes there, then we need to do left arm. Alright, right upper arm, left upper arm. Hum, hum, hum. Let's just get the actual armpit position, or the armpit connection position like that. Okay. Hum, hum. Hum, 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 hum. Where's torso? Let's just get it aligned there. And get it aligned right there, not like that, like there. Hum, hum, hum. Hum, hum. Hum, hum, hum. Okay, so that goes to the back, and then Why the heck did I draw the stomach? Detailing the stomach line along with the crutch line, which is more the important part for positioning. Oh, whatever. Okay, so torso end. Then above the torso needs to go the the lower arms, which will include the hands. So once again, go right. Well, this probably should be folded in, shouldn't it? Right, lower, it's more like sleeve, but let's put this in the folder. Call this right. Is this right? Yeah, this is right. Okay, so need to do the actual slurve separately. Hum. But then we need the actual ultra flat fold thingy majig. What the heck do you call this stuff? Alright, what do I call this stuff? Oh yeah, this part has to be slightly transparent. What the heck do you call this? Flat, fold, thin. I need the back part first, right? I need the back piece first, then do the front. Okay, I'll go. We'll call it. I'll just do it flat. Why not? Or thin. Then back. It was supposed to be mildly fish themed anyway. So we need the back piece, so say it's gonna go up like that. This goes around the front. We'll do the sides using this piece. Well, the sides need to be completely separate. The sides need to be completely separate. Well, there's need to be several different pieces. What's the best way to do this effect? I might need to do several layers here. Well, at least on the front. The back probably doesn't matter as much. Hum. They'll need a right fin front. Hum. I do need 2 layers if I want to make this look nice. Or multi-layer. Each one can layer on top of each other. The transparency will layer on top and make it look like multiple layers. Oh, whatever. Okay, so between that and that goes the hand. So we need palm. Do I even need the thumb? Is the thumb even gotta be mildly visible? Not really. Wait, no. This arm, hand, forward, thumb towards bottom. The thumb is this thing right here. Okay, so palm goes about here. Do I need the wrist? I don't need the wrist. Okay, fingers. Okay, we'll move the here. Fit this way. Okay, so starting from the back is the thumb. Don't need 2 parts, 1 part, 2 parts. I've got 2 parts. Thumb, joints, and tip. Hum. That's the wrong pin. That is not like that, like that. Then the joint needs to sit. Okay, I was just sort of like that for a bit. Do I even care about the backside of those fingers? Well, I only care about the front. If only the front matters, I technically don't need a joint for the rest of these fingers at all. Either way, I'll go 4. Then you have a 4 front and a 4 back. Mid, ring, and Yankee. Then go double this, go mid, front, and mid back. Hum. Knuckle. In the back. Oh yeah. Wait, how does it actually look on mobile? I haven't actually... Oh, I think I checked it like once on mobile and I haven't really bothered checking it since. It's not usually something I think about, admittedly. Something I should probably check more often. I haven't updated in a little bit. I think it's actually like decently recent because there's not too many new things to put on there. How much does the back of the hand matter here? Not much. To find anything fun on the website? I mean, it's like a work, essentially a company website. A business website, so it's probably not going to be fun things to look at. If you're not looking for product specifically, but... as long as it's easy to navigate, I think that's like generally job well done for it. Am I doing... Let me just turn off these back pieces. But this hand's supposed to be more forward-facing than the other one, isn't it? It's supposed to be like this towards camera. Maybe I should actually like bring these out a little bit. I mean, that's like... I need to find some time to make the shorts for that stuff. I mean, that'll only go on the YouTube unless I actually do animations for it. And while Nintendo softened up a little bit about parody works, I don't know how kindly they'll take to parody works that are like just messing with their actual stuff rather than being like actual depictions of Pokemon. I mean, I'm not a big enough deal for them to actually find me, but it's always like that risk, right? I mean, I haven't really seen any Pokemon animations, so that's also a thing. I don't know like how risky it is Nintendo-wise, as most YouTubers like to call it. Because they're the one company that you don't mess with. For some reason, they'll come after you for like the smallest things. I mean, like the main bit is like, when it comes down to it, the website's for mainly art and animation commissions information, and frankly, the fact that I do primarily Live2D animations, 90%, or actually practically 99% of people are looking for VTuber models. So it's kind of like, sometimes it's hard to just justify putting in the time to do like short animations, because typically speaking, those are probably better done in traditional animation format. It'll have to be like a pretty static feel if there's not like a ton of scenes. There needs to be one. I've been pretty bad about doing showcase models. Because I need to do the one for the one I recently finished. I need to technically do one for the was it the male sci-fi kind of feeling one that I did a while back. I've been like pretty bad about actually getting them done. This doesn't feel right. What the heck? I mean, admittedly, I don't end up usually doing showcase videos on my own models, even though I put them on screen to whatchamacallit, be a walking advertisement. A lot of time, my personal model is actually kind of not always fully finished in a way. Because there are times I'll just have it done to a point where it's just like, yeah, this is like workable and like it's not terrible, and then I just start using it. And sometimes I don't actually like fully finish it, but this one is like mostly fully finished, I feel. Hello there. How you doing? Let's see, the palm, will that part of the palm ever be visible? Not really. Because if the hand turns, you'll see more. I really need to... I feel like I've turned the hand too much from my draft. This was supposed to be more the top side of the fingers, and now I'm kind of trying to turn to like the side of the fingers. Also the fact I'm looking at these in a really weird angle. Whoa, that just came through. Cheers, a sub. Enjoy your stay. Okay, I need to turn the finger a bit more. So that's actually the top side, not the... Oh, that's the wrong pin. Not the side of the finger, but the top of the finger that's being seen here. So it's more like this. It looks a little fatter, but it's actually the top side of the finger. And this will actually end up like this. And then the bottom of the finger will actually come through the bottom. Looks really thick. Then this line will need to go more like this. Oh no, if the back is like this, then this actually needs to go more like this. This is the angle that I'm actually looking at this at. Yeah, that's the angle I'm actually looking at this. No, more like this. I don't know why I'm changing this against my draft at this point, but it's fine. Would that be thicker? That will be thicker. Yeah, the individual thing, or the joints of your fingers are thicker. But that's still a little bit too much, so we'll go... Ah, what the heck did I press? Oh, I pressed the ruler out. That's not helpful though. I apologize if I sound a little stressed out right now, but hands... Doing finger pieces always stresses out a little bit, because it's hands. That's basically the only explanation I need. Hands are hard to draw, and fingers, separating all the finger joints in a way that's sometimes not visible is about twice as stressful as it should be. Okay, so we'll edge the finger in like this so that it's got a more vertical visibility. Let me just change, where is it? You to a different color. So that I can just blue these out immediately. Alright, so we want the top of the finger, not the side 3/4 of the finger here. Let's see. So instead, this finger should go like this. And then it will go the tip of the finger. How much longer will that be? Not that much more. So about like this, and you'll just have the bottom of this just clipping through here. And then this will go through like this. Like a little bit of the side of the finger will be seen, but not much. Then this will need to go... we can just reuse this, just go like that. Let's do that. Then, what do we have here? You need to... Okay, we need to redo this line completely. You need to be more like this. Then the top of the fingers like this, and then this. Which finger is this? This is the middle finger. Middle finger is like this, put under like a little bit like this, and we'll just bring this around like this and like this. Okay. Then what do I have here? That's gonna be reused as well. We just got that. We'll go like that. Okay, got that. Then what do we have here? Okay, same deal. Need to switch this from the side of the finger to the top. So we'll go. Go like this into the top of the finger like this. And then we take this and go, not you, you, and go like this. And then we take all of the, take all of the fingers here, and we're just gonna go like that. Pull it down a bit. And then we'll switch the palm line. Where is it? You take that and you go like this. Okay, how's the hand feel in terms of size? That feels okay. Hum, 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 hum. Okay, I'll go with that for the hand for now. Then we need to do left. Where is here? Left lower arm. Alright, let's have a look at this. More forward facing. Is that where the connection should be? Okay, let me just... because the shape itself needs to go into here. This is the top part. You need to make this actually a bit bigger of an opening here. Here. As long as this part sits on top of this part, I can control the actual motion here, right? Yeah. I'm going to glue the front and back of the edge part together. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this around as a big circle. That feels okay. Then we take this around. Yeah, this is the best way to do it. Give us a bit of extra volume and connects it up to the elbow, which is about here. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so the fin has to sit on top of this. I don't know why I'm calling it a fin, but it's now officially a fin. So we need a front piece and a back piece. Do I need a folded part of the front piece? Will that actually do things for me? Okay, so first up, we're gonna start with the back piece. We're gonna have the I don't know why I'm calling this a fin, but lift fin back. Going to bring this where should the vertical part be? If I have it at the front piece, or do I hide it under the front piece and have the front piece actually fold over the top? Okay, so the back here will go like this, and give this a bit more of a zoom. That's too much of a zoom job. All right, go. Let's give it like a arbitrary amount of fold. That wraps around into the front piece. So left and front. So that wraps into here. Bring this out a bit more. Then we need the base of this. Should that be part of this piece? Should it be part of this piece? It may as well, right? Shouldn't matter too much. We want to go... like that. Wait, no, the opening's supposed to be much rounded in that. The opening is supposed to be more like this. Like that. And then we need an actual front wave portion. Okay, we'll just actually say this is like the edge. And we'll actually have a front fin, left fin, front, which only encompasses oh, it doesn't need to connect. Alright, how much of the last hand on your draw? No thumb. And we're gonna turn the hand enough to show thumb. I don't need to turn it enough to show thumb. Okay, so how much finger do I need to draw and how many parts does it need to be in? 2. 2 parts. If the finger's never stretched out, it stays in the fist, then 2. Apart from the pinky, which would need 3. Okay, so between these 2 parts, we're going to include the hand. Don't know why that took so long to think about. We're just about out of time. Do I want to try and jam on a hand in 3 minutes? No, that's a terrible idea. I'm gonna mess up the hand anyway. Alright, so anyways, I lengthened the legs quite a bit because I think I actually increased the height compared to the original draft I did when I did the reference sheet. Well, oh no, the head is a bit squishier in the reference sheet version. But the height, well, namely the legs have been extended out a bit, which makes the character look a little taller. Honestly, not actually that atypical for anime style, where the calves in particular are very long. Actually makes the character look a little bit more slender, which I think I kind of like. I mean, if I really wanted to do hand tracking later down the line, this would be a good spot to put it. I mean, I already hate myself enough when drawing hands, which is like the main thing keeping me from trying hand tracking, rather than the actual act of rigging the hand tracking. I like to have a general idea how to do hand tracking and how to rig it. I'm just not good enough at drawing the actual hand, which is a problem when it comes to having to move the parts as well. Like, also, I think hand tracking is kind of stupid if you're not using an iPhone, because it means that you're using the same camera to hold your hand up to. Actually, let's do a little jump over to our VTube studio for a moment. Just for the general case of what happens with hand tracking. How do I turn on hand tracking? Okay, turn the camera off, turn this to go face and hand tracking, select that, camera on. So the problem naturally with hand tracking, once the camera is actually on, is that unless I hold my hands right next to my face, I can't find them. Which basically means unless you're doing a podcast or something, you have to take your hands off the controls or whatever you're doing. So honestly, I can't recommend it for anyone unless you're doing podcasts. Like, the same way I comment on how to do like on like people doing what you call it, toggles. Unless you're doing a podcast or some very scripted stuff where you have a lot of free time with your hands, it's stupid. and if you're not using an iPhone, because like if you're using an iPhone, right, you can actually position your iPhone to track your face and have your webcam in a better spot to track your hands. So naturally for me, that's using a webcam. It's incredibly stupid because right now I'm making funny faces you're making a baby with my hands next to my head, because that's where my camera's looking. So that's also a thing. I mean, the actual tracking, I understand it, it's fine. Because also for the parameters, does it also put in the hand parameters here? I think it'll put the hand parameters somewhere. Because basically you just have a value that goes up and round and how much the hand is turned, I think. Because it can track how much the hand is turned, how much each finger is bent. I don't know if it can do joints. I think it just kind of tracks how bent your fingers are, and yes, that is my hitchhiker's thumb. You can see how weird it looks, because I don't think this hand model for VG Studio is designed for hitchhiker's thumbs. This is my fist, and here is a hitchhiker's thumb. That is a big bin. My friends tell me I have like a really extreme hitchhiker's thumb in terms of the joint. Looking at it now, it is like kind of extreme. It's like a literal right angle. That's hilarious. But yeah, maybe like one day if I need to actually do a hand. I feel like the hype for hand tracking has gone down a lot since it first started. Because it's not practical. Like, I think people realize that hand tracking, the main unfortunate part of it is that it's not practical. Compared to like 3D models, where you have like you literally hang the thing off your neck so that it can catch your hands. Like, that is practical because it's tracking your hands in a natural position. But right now what you can do with a Live2D model isn't natural enough. Like, for me, I personally say that the best use of hand tracking is actually gesture triggers, so that you can actually just like hold up a hand and trigger a toggle. I think that that's the best time to actually use hand tracking right now, and that's the only time I can recommend it. And that doesn't require hand tracking in your actual model. You can just use it to activate triggers instead, rather than pressing a button. You can just like raise your hand up to your head, do like a quick gesture, and it'll just go. That's the only time I can recommend it. So, I mean, that's my rant for about hand tracking. It's another one of my beautiful hot takes about Live2D models that I don't like, or actually more about how VTuber tracking right now works that I don't like. That for some reason people think is a great thing. Obviously it works better if you're using iPhone and webcam separately, so take that how you will. Alright, but anyways, as for the model itself, as you can see, a lot of the parts are much simpler than a lot of the things I have done recently, namely because there's no split in the middle of the chest. It's actually just one big torso piece, one big sleeve piece, and then there's the hand, which is going to absolutely annihilate my will to live, because hands are just a pain in the butt. But apart from that, everything's a much simpler piece than how I usually do models. So hopefully, everything will go a lot smoother and it'll go a lot quicker as well. Like I said, this model was done so that it's intentionally much simpler compared to some of the other stuff I've been doing, which are higher in detail. After designing this very randomly on that goldfish pixie theme day, the goal of this model is actually put it into like a lower tier for commissions, where the detail is significantly lower than a lot of what you get for I'll probably be comfortable doing a model of this level of detail, just like the art portion of it, probably for about like 300 to 400 US. I mean, it's still a lot because you have to split all the pieces and do all the actual part details anyway. But it will be like significantly cheaper than probably like about a 600 or 800 that I'll probably charge for like the higher detail stuff. Especially since the rig will be a lot simpler as well, because a whole bunch of parts are just symmetrical. But that's like the general goal of where this model is heading. Alright, so anyways, thank you very much for watching today's stream. We'll probably continue this next time, unless I feel like drawing something, which, honestly, based on how my head works, not that unlikely, so maybe I'll be drawing. Who knows? But need to finish the hand, and then do the lower body, and then just do the hair and the face, and that's actually all the lines done already, compared to most of the other models, which has several hundred different layers that I need to do very slowly. So we should be through at least a line art, probably another 2 more sessions, I'd say, give or take. Or Also, while the tab's actually on screen right now because I've gone through full screen mode, I am drawing another model, a personal use model, because I need to update the tracking style that I'm using. And instead of fixing my current model to go follow the current tracking style, I'm drawing a new model because I'm crazy and I like giving myself extra work. So that's also coming down the pipeline, and this is the first non-accidental shot of this I think I've had on the camera, so that's happening too. Going for tech wear this time because everyone loves tech wear, even though it's a complete fantasy thing. So either way, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you want to see more Live2D Vtuber model stuff, art and rig stuff down the line, remember to subscribe, leave a like cause it helps me out, and I shall see you all next time.